Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman with Skyrim SE Retired Slow Play Part number 44. We had been told by Ralof that we were supposed to rescue from Fort Neugrad. I guess we needed to go help them, and we needed to meet the men there to figure out what's going on. And here I am checking to see where exactly that is. We're really close to it, actually. And so I think that's what we're going to go do to see what's going on over there. I'm sorry, Galmar. I said the wrong name. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's been a while since I've, I record these ahead. I'm sure y'all know that, and I had done quite a few ahead, and then I got sick for 6 weeks, and then Christmas, and then we've also had a death in the family. So I've had an awful lot going on, and it's been a while since I've been back to this. So not for you guys, because I want to make sure that I'm very consistent and give you uploads when I tell you I'm going to, which for Skyrim is every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern American Time. So it's been a while since I've been here doing this, but I'm trying to stay ahead as much as possible so that I don't let you guys down and things aren't being uploaded when you expect them to be. So I think we're going to pop down here and stop by the house first. I was pretty sure that I had maybe something that I needed for working on the house. If you have not watched any of my other videos, I'm doing the Hearthfire Lakeview Manor is the house that I'm building. I'm getting really close to getting it built as well. It's got, I think, a few in the basement. They have the shrines, the various Daedric shrines, which I don't only need the one because I only use Mara, but for completion's sake, for my own completion's sake, I want to make sure that I have all of them built, and I'm missing a half a dozen or so. So I thought I had maybe another one of the amulets that I can take to the house. So that's what I had been thinking as I was coming along here. And there's a few things like the mud crab chittens and not sure what else, but I have a list of all the things that that I need to finish the house. I've played Skyrim. I've started over Skyrim maybe half a dozen times, and since I got the Hearthfire DLC, which includes the ability to build your own houses, I have never actually done that. I've never completed my house. It's always been just one or two things left to complete. So hopefully I will do that this time. I've never finished Skyrim, and to me finishing it means I've gone through all of the side quests that I want, joined the factions that I wanted, and finished the main quest, which I've never done before. In Oblivion, when I played Oblivion, I did that exact thing. I did all the side quests I was interested in, and then I finished the main quest. So I don't know how this ends up. I don't know how the Civil War ends up, and I don't know how the main storyline ends up. So hopefully, with your encouragement, I will keep going and not stop and go ahead and finish that main storyline. That's my goal. That's why one of the main reasons that I started recording this and putting it on my YouTube channel, because I wanted to encourage myself to do it. So anyway, here we are, and we're coming along pretty well. I'm trying to follow, like, where the heck am I supposed to go? Oh, looky here. There's our guys. I'm sorry I interrupted my own self. So my own self said, get off your horse and go talk to them. What's going on? There's Ralof. How have you been? Okay. So what's the plan, dude? Yeah, straight to business. Why am I here? He's got a mission for us. Okay. There's a cave under the lake. All right. So he wants us to go into a cave under the lake, sneak in there, and free our men, killing anyone inside as you go. We're going to stand out here and wait. It's like, okay, so why is that a perfect mission for me? Alrighty. You should wait until nightfall before trying to sneak in. Okay. All right. Serena's like, let's go indoors. She still complains, even though she's human. I really wish they had changed her verbiage so that after she becomes human, which she is in my case, that she wouldn't complain when you're outside. So, okay. So what we're supposed to do is sneak into this fort via the lake that's down here after dark. It's like, okay, 9 p.m. should be after dark, right? So we're going to sit here and watch it get dark. And sneak in. There's supposed to be some kind of cave in here. It's okay. It's after dark. There's the fort. I was double checking. It's dark and snowy. Whew, I'm chilly. I feel chilly. It's winter where I live, and it's chilly. And in most of the country, we had a super duper winter storm right before I recorded this. It's like, oh my gosh, just super, super cold. Right during the holidays when people are trying to travel, it was a mess. So I don't know if you could see when I uploaded this, but if you go back and check the weather around the time I did this, it was a nightmare. So anyway, I don't want to be cold. So I thought it might be a really good idea to save right here before we jump into this water in the dark. So, okay, swimming around. Like, where the heck am I supposed to go? I wasn't sure. I don't know if it's I don't know if my pointer would have told me. In the meantime, we're swimming around, not knowing where we're going. It's like, okay, time to catch your breath. So obviously I passed it. It's like, okay, let's try that again. After I get my breath. Hello, little fishy. I hate swimming around here in the dark where you can't see. Ah, there we go. Okay, so apparently we made it. It's like, all right. Obviously the opposite direction of where I am. So, okay. I think we go this way. I don't know if I don't know if I've done this quest before. I think I have. Not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. It's like, okay, this doesn't seem right. So again, I'm not really lost, but it's typical for Rhiannon to be like going the wrong direction. It's like, turn around, go that way. Ah, maybe there. So I do kind of recall this quest. I thought it was kind of interesting. You know, anytime that you do a quest that's different, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, this is unusual. That I like. When it's not, go get this and come back. Go get 10 of these and come back. There's so many games that are like that. So at least Skyrim tried to be a little bit more imaginative than that and make things different. Unfortunately, there are so many ramifications to your choices. So I tend to not just adventure. I tend to be more following a book. Storm. Dude. Sorry, dude. I gotta get my people out. So you can see they're all locked in. Whoops. Sorry, Imperial soldier. You had to die. Maybe there's a key. Probably that one. So I suppose I could be more adventuresome, but in this particular game, I'm not. I've always, never have been. I've always followed the guides Empty chest there. I've always followed the guides and the wiki because it feels like anyway that I can make too many wrong choices. So yes, the key I had unlocked it, and I can let them all out. So hello guys. Hello soldiers. Whoa, my next objection is take over the fort. Well, okay then. I got my spells ready. And I noticed that Serena isn't with me. So I'm not sure where she went. Yeah, we're just looking here, see if there's anything we need. At this point, you know, we've got quite a bit of money and we haven't really used much of it. Really, the only thing to do with money at this point in the game is buying additional houses and doing enchanting, which I'm not really doing, and I don't know that I'm going to. I'm not sure that I'm interested in pursuing that. You know, if someone is playing Skyrim and you want to experience everything, there is a ton of things you can do. You can make your own armor, and you can advance in that. I mean, you can do enchanting and potion making. You can craft your own spells. So there's a lot of things that you can do in this game if you're interested in doing it. As for me, I don't think I'm interested in doing all of that. I don't think I'm interested in pursuing it. Wow, look at this guy. Goodness. He died in the cage, I guess. Oh, and so all of a sudden these guys take off. It's like, what are you guys doing? Where are you going? Maybe we need to kill these soldiers. Be careful I don't shoot the wrong ones. I've been known to do that. There's apparently Ralof is there. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm killing the right guys. In the dark, it's so hard to see. Imperial soldiers laying around, steal their gold. As you can see, I'm just not taking much stuff. It's not worth that much to me. And I've got plenty of gold, and there's an amulet that I started to talk about before. So they're having a conversation, really? Dudes, have we taken over the fort? Are we done? Did we win? Oh, he's saying there's more. Okay, there's more. So we can tell him to either follow me or wait in the courtyard. And it's like, if they're in my way, then I'm afraid I'm going to shoot them. And I'm playing on super easy mode. If this is the first video that you're watching of mine, I'm not interested in fighting. That is the least thing I'm interested in, which I found that interview with Todd Howard to be quite fascinating, that he thinks the majority of the players, he didn't say majority, he said the players of Skyrim, the combat is the most important thing. That's what they really enjoy. And I'm thinking, okay, not me. I suppose I'm a minority. I don't like fighting at all. So I put this on the easiest play mode possible so that I can get through that part of it and enjoy the parts that I enjoy, which I enjoy the storyline. I enjoy building the house and setting down my roots and feeling like I'm connected to the world, as opposed to this person who's just running around killing things. I just not interesting to me. So I found that to be fascinating, his comment. So apparently there's more in here, so I guess we got to go in here. That's where my pointer was telling me to go. My compass marker, I'm sorry. It said there were more in here. It's like, all right. And apparently now my white compass markers are actually Imperial soldiers instead of dots, which would be red dots, which would be more consistent, but it wasn't. So, okay, we'll just steal your gold, leave the rest. I don't see anything worth taking. I'm not seeing any magic swords or anything like that. So what we need to do is just walk along and keep going and keep killing Imperial soldiers. I started to say before, Serena's not with me. I don't know where she's at. I don't know where she went and why she's not with me. When I went under the water, she just kind of vanished, so I'm sure she'll show up eventually. So just looking around for things that we can snark down here. Coin purses, 18 gold, we'll take that. So again, our goal here is taking over this fort. And I'm checking these cabinets and things. One of the main reasons that I do that is because I'm looking for things for the kids, toys and wooden swords and things like that is what I'm doing. My adopted kiddos that are living at my Lakeview Manor home. So let's open this door, and dude, you're sleeping forever now. And we're going to check our lockpicking skill. We're at 47, and you can see that we've got a lot of over 80 lockpicks still, but we're still working on our skill. I think we can do something when we hit 50. Well, else is some nice, got a nice potion there, a nice expensive silver ring, plate armor, which I'll never use. But man, it's worth 625. We're getting at least half of that, so we're going to get over 300 for that. So it's, you know, depends on what it is. It might be worth taking. And his perpetual slumber. I already looted him and I forgot. It's okay. Oh, again, for my first time viewers, I've got a little bit of short-term memory loss. So sometimes I will tell you things and then I'll tell you again. Sometimes that's on purpose, and sometimes I don't mean to. I'll leave it to you to figure out which is which, but it's normal senior aging. Again, I'm a retired senior, thus my YouTube channel, which is Retired Geek Woman. So I'm a retired senior, and as we get older, our memories start to not be so good, and short-term memory loss is perfectly normal, but it's a pain in the neck. So you can see there's more Imperial soldiers that we need to take out. And as you can see, it's pretty daggone easy for me at this point. And I'm okay with easy because I'm just doing it because I have to. I'm fighting, killing things because I have to. No other reason. It's like, ooh, guys got kind of excited, didn't they? Wah! No problem. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, one-hit wonders. And I assume that as I level up, that's going to get harder. That the creatures get harder. That's what I've read anyway. That the creatures just get more difficult. There's no new ones coming out towards me, which I love that. I love that as you start out in Skyrim, you only see one certain, you'll see a certain kind of creatures, and then as you level up, you see new ones. But I've passed the point, I believe, where there's new ones. It's too bad they did that. I wish they had kind of spread that out so that you would see new creatures, the harder all along. You would keep seeing new creatures because the mystery is now gone. I will see no more new creatures. So anyway, enough rambling about that. It looks like I still have an Imperial soldier here somewhere. There he is. Hi there, how you doing? Bye-bye. All gone. You can see my destruction's done. Oh, look at that. Completed. Take over the fort. I have completely killed all of the Imperial soldiers in this fort. And I could have brought them all in and had them following me around. But again, they get in my way and I can't see very well in the dim light. And I didn't want to kill them, anybody by mistake, because I've done that so many times. So it's like, no, I'll take care of it, especially on this easy mode. And we'll check here, and leather strips in the beginning. If you've been watching this whole series, I was a leather strip addict because you need them for building my house, and man, I have so many. So I didn't have to buy any. I tried to find and collect as much of the materials needed to build a house myself as I could find, and I was able to build the outside structure, foundation, roof, ceiling, and all the add-ons, just not the contents, but the structures itself, all with stuff that I collected myself. And I was very happy that I could do that. And then later on, it's like the ingots, I didn't have time or didn't want to continue mining ingots. It would have taken literal real life years to have found all those ingots that you need. So I've done what I needed to do, and now I need to report back to Ralof. I suppose to let him know that we did what we were supposed to do. So now I need to go find Ralof. He's around here somewhere. Dude, where are you? Oh, there she is. Where you been, girl? There he is. Okay, we just needed to tell him that we were done. Great work. Go tell him about your success. Couldn't done it with, well, duh. So now we got to go back to Ulfric, Stormcloak, and let him know that we've liberated the Falkreach hold. So that was the next piece of the Civil War. So it took us a little more here. Oh yes, we completed it. So I'm just checking my map and seeing where I'm at compared to where we need to go, and trying to decide, what we're going to do next. Basically, I'm following the Civil War and the main quest line. I've pretty much completed, the other faction, which was the Mages Guild. I don't do Thieves Guild. I don't, no thank you. And the Assassins group, and no thank you. I also do not wish to become a werewolf and have to deal with all of that, so you will not see that either. It's not something I'm interested in. You can explore all that stuff on your own. So anyway, for now it is 1 a.m. in the morning. Another thing that I have, one of my own rules, is I do not like to travel at night if I can get around it. There's a couple reasons. First off, it's a role-playing thing for me. Adventure and fight during the day and get some sleep at night. That's just for my own role-playing. The other thing is I just can't see very well when it's dark like this. And so if I am fighting and doing whatever, I can't see very well. So I'm sure that there's mods. I could change all of that, but I'm kind of an anti-mod person. I've got it in my description, the mods that I absolutely have to use to be able to play. One is the convenient horses. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't be using horses. I hate the way they look, and I know I can mod those out. But convenient horses makes it so that my follower can ride a horse with me, and it also can use a horn to call it, and it can be used as backpacks, so you can have them carry stuff for you. That is the only reason I have convenient horses, is so I can do those things that I just mentioned. So it was almost a must. Then I have the Unofficial patch, which I swear it installed itself, but it did fix a lot of bugs that were left in the game. So kind of just fixed a few things that made it was unplayable. I shouldn't say that. It had some bugs that made things very annoying, so it fixed that. And I have Quality World Map, which is really for you guys, because what it does is it highlights the roads a little bit better on the world map, and without it you can not even really see the roads in the snowy areas, which is half the map or more. So it brings out the roads a little bit better. So that's the only mods that I have installed. I know that there's hundreds. I know I've got my follower John, I make him cringe. My subscriber John, he's got something like 300 or so mods installed, and I'm like, really? And he gives me very good arguments for having those mods. I totally understand why he does. For me, I want as much of a vanilla experience as possible, and so that's what you're seeing, with very, very few exceptions. So anyway, that's my mod disclaimer, if you will. I think what we're going to do here is Serena and I are going to stop by the house, and you can see my blue marker there. That's a custom marker that you can put down, and I always want to see which direction my house is. If you're not very close to it, then it doesn't show up on your compass. Right now it does because I'm close to it, but I like to have that custom marker so I always know which direction my house is. I don't know why I am like that. I've been that way ever since the Hearthfire DLC came out. So I don't know why. So anyway, just checking things out here, making sure we don't have anything attacking us. Sometimes you get wolves and bandits, thieves, and the occasional giant that will show up outside this house. So I'm kind of careful when I come around the corner like that, because you never know for sure. All of the things that I am using to build my house are in this chest. That's what I'm using it for. So I'm double checking here. It's the amulet of Karnath, as I'm saying that right. I wasn't sure if I already had one or not. So that was what I wanted to drop by the house. And again, there was a couple things. I'm just kind of looking here at what I have. And this was a bounty on a dragon that you get if you kill a dragon at that location. And I think it puts a dragon mound there or something. So anyway, I was just kind of going over a couple things here and seeing what can I drop off to lighten my load, which isn't bad. I don't really get overloaded, except if I forget to give like dragon scales to Serena. She carries all my dragon bones and scales. And so, you know, I just try to lighten as much as I can. I can carry 325, and I think I even have, I think it's some potions, or spells that will change that, lighten, so it will double my weight or increase my weight so that I have more. But it's never, I don't get overloaded a lot. Because when I get to this point in the game, you can see I've got 48,000 gold. I don't pick up things that aren't very valuable. So the armor and things that you see with the soldiers and whatever, when you start off, you got to pick about everything up. But at this point, I don't. I'm being very selective on what I'm picking up, and that's why the weight has not been a problem for me. So anyway, just kind of looking here and see if there's anything else that I can dump off in that chest. What are these children doing up? Why are they up? I was thinking, you guys should be in bed. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, I'm going to get a good night's rest. I generally sleep, when I sleep at my house, no matter what time it is when I go to bed, I want to get up about dawn. So you get a mother's love and your lover's comfort, which gives you buffs on your skills and things. So that's why I like to sleep here if I'm in the area. And I think those buffs last for like 8 hours. So the kids were going to go outside. I was waiting for them to go outside before I got in their way. And they come back in. It's like, dudes, go ahead. Go outside. Go play. And if something comes around to attack them, they run out of the way and get out of the way. So I don't see Serena. And look at the kids playing. Aren't they cute? Again, that's all part of the immersion for me, is that I like to have that grounding there. I have the husband and the kids, and I've got a bard there, and I got a steward who takes care of things and kind of helps protect the house. So I just like that. I don't know why. Oh, there's Serena. Hey, kiddos, get out of the way. I don't want to run over you because the horse controls. Ugh, they're such a nightmare. The very first time I played Skyrim, I couldn't wait until I can buy a horse. So I saved up my gold and I bought the horse. I was very early on in the Mages College, and I went to the Mages College and I rode my horse across that very narrow, broken pathway and fell off to my death. And from that time on until 10 years later, I didn't play horses in Skyrim and didn't buy a horse. I thought they were ugly and useful, and the controls were a pain in the neck, and I like playing first person. And in Oblivion, you can on a horse, but not Skyrim. And I was so disappointed in the way they look and the way they controlled. It was just such a pain in the neck. So until I got convenient horses, I didn't use a horse. I'm not talking very well. I didn't buy a horse in Skyrim for the better part of a decade. My turnaround time came. If you're a Skyrim fan, then you know who Grandma Shirley is. Her name is Shirley Curry. With her permission, I have tagged her in the descriptions of my videos. And what happened was I was watching one of her videos and I noticed that her follower got on a horse. And I thought, what the heck? And so I researched a little bit and was looking at her descriptions. And in her descriptions of her games, she does have her mods listed, and one of them was convenient horses. And that's how I learned about it. And I looked into what it was, and I thought, okay, being an anti-modder, I got to backtrack on this one and go for it, because I was blown away. It's like, oh wow, that makes it worthwhile. That makes it useful. Still pain in the neck with the controls, and I can't play first person. But anyway, I noticed, look at everybody. I was like, what's going on? It's like, there's a dragon attacking Riverwood. What the heck? I thought we already had a dragon that attacked Riverwood. So we're going to take out this dragon. It's a blood dragon. Look at it. Stop it. Make it go away. Don't hurt the people of Riverwood. They're nice people. My magic's gone. It's like, what the heck? So let's get my I keep 2 staves available for this very purpose. Where it is? There it is. No, staff of firebolts. Don't forget. There we go. So that helps me be able to finish off a dragon when my magic is gone. Which I could take a potion, but it's... Let me make sure. And look at them. They need to be charged. Oh my gosh. I like it that you can do this on the fly. It's like, okay, I need to charge them. Ah, no. What the heck? Obviously, I'm out of practice. Pick it up. Good heavens. Now you're getting to see some bad fighting here. Like, this is me with bad fighting. So I'm sorry that you get to see bad fighting. So I gotta recharge these. I don't care about my enchanting. And where's the dragon? It's right there. He's landed. So Serena's horse is going to explode on it, so that helps. Is he dead yet? Not quite. Now he is. Okay. Look at that child. Dude, get away from the big bad dragon. Grab my dragon soul. Yeah, I know. So he's after the fact saying, don't leave those weapons laying around. I know. I picked it up as soon as I could. Jeez, I'm sorry. Jeez, how rude. He's being so rude. You're lucky I'm on your side, dude. So in the meantime, get the bones, scales, and the gold, 255. We'll leave the arrows in it. Yes, I did take its very soul. Because I am the Dragonborn. Haven't you heard of me? So what happened is my horse, you saw my horse following me around. Look, it's Alvor. Alvor is dead. Alvor is the blacksmith in Riverwood. Now, I didn't know up to this point that I thought that would be like an essential character. I had no idea that Alvor could die. I don't know what that means. I don't think there's going to be a blacksmith in Riverwood anymore. And tell me if I'm wrong about that. It's like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that happened. I was really blown away by that. It's like, oh my gosh. Anyway, we'll see if we can sell some stuff here and lighten the load, get rid of the arrows. It's like, ugh. And see what we have to sell. I think I have some more buy the dragon bones. I also had some hooded Thalmor armor. And let's see, I'm still in the apparel. Ah, you saw me click that, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I complain about that all the time. It's just such a pain in the neck. That's 2 for 2 there. Where I'm clicking the miscellaneous. There we go. Because that's where the dragon bones are. Ah, a pain in the neck. So I can sell 2. And now he's out of money. So what I do is I'm looking for Serena to give her the rest of the bones and the scales. Don't complain, Serena. That's the only, she has only one thing that she says that's a complaint, and that's one of them. When I try to give her something, it's like, okay, you're my dragon bone carrier, okay? Don't complain. So that takes me down to 181 out of 325. So we're good. I'd like to sell more stuff, but he doesn't have any more money. And apparently we lost our blacksmith. Oh, that's making me so sad. Because I don't know when that happened. I didn't see it happen. It's like, oh my gosh. And the children are walking on it. I'm like, come on, guys. Oh, I'm glad to see Serena still has her Dawnbreaker sword. That's a good sword, and I don't know, maybe that's the one that she'll keep. Sorry if you're hearing noises in the background. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not a professional sound engineer, and while I do try to minimize any background sounds, you will occasionally hear them. I see this elk got killed here. I'm looking for large deer. I think it says large deer antlers. I think that's what it says. And that's what I'm looking for. So what I did is I just kind of ran out of town to get out of the way of all of that mess. So I could use my horn to call my horse, and that also brings Serena to me most of the time. So anyway, off we go to make our report. And another thing, I have a rule for myself is I don't fast travel. So you're going to see a lot of the back of my head as I'm riding along. And I do try to sprint as much as possible to minimize that for you guys. But I don't fast travel. It breaks my immersion. Get out of the way, bunny rabbit. It breaks my immersion. There's enough things to break my immersion. There's just so many things that you will see and experience if you ride across country and go off the main paths even after a while, if you kind of know where you're going. I found all kinds of interesting things that way. So I only use fast travel as an emergency. So like if I come out of a ruin, I'm on the back side of it and I can't carefully slide down the mountain or whatever, I'll sometimes use the fast travel to get to the entrance of it, for instance. Or if there's just something terribly wrong. But most of the time I don't. So as you can see, it's a lovely morning. The sun's coming out. You can see my shadow there. That's kind of cool. I mean, Skyrim is a pretty beautiful game, even its vanilla form. If you're looking at this going, I don't remember what game looked like vanilla. What I was doing here is looking for mud crabs. I need mud crab chittens for finishing my house. I need quite a few, actually. So I was looking along to see if I can see any. Looks like somebody's fighting up here. It's like, what the heck is going on? Uh-oh, it's a bandit. So it's a bandit, and I've got my stabs and not my spells. So I got to get myself organized here so I can do what I want to do. Looks like that's an orc. Man, I could have just... Whoop. There we go. Serena really took care of him. And a horse explosion. But that's okay. And absolutely nothing on him that I want. Okay. Back on track. Come on, horse. Gotta turn around and off we go. For our long trek into the freezing cold snow. Purr. I am not playing survival mode, as you might suspect. I don't know. Maybe someday I'll want to try survival mode. It seems to have a lot of features for immersion purposes. I'm just not sure about the cold part. It does make sense to me that you would wear warm clothing in the cold, but I'm just not sure. I've just kind of the skimming of what I read. It's like, wait a minute, that's not really fair on what you have to wear in the cold. I don't know. We'll see. I think it might be an interesting playthrough at some point in the future. Obviously, Skyrim is going to be played for a very, very long time because it looks like it's going to be a very, very long time before we get our next Elder Scroll game. In the comments, I've been including a interview with Todd Howard where he talks about a lot of things. It's a long interview, very interesting if you haven't seen it. That's one reason why I put the link there. In that very long interview, he does talk about Skyrim. he talks about basically, if you really listen carefully, he's telling where it is in the development process, which is not very far, and it's not a top priority. They've got other things they're working on. So, I mean, it's like, give up. It's been 11 years. If you look at the other Elder Scroll games and you look at the dates that they were released, there was really about 5 years in between. Well, we're more than double that now. And so basically, from what I gathered from that interview and the hints and subtle comments that he made, it's going to be a long time. And so this is it, and so Skyrim is going to be played. That's why there's so many mods and things. It's going to be played more and more and more as people are waiting. And it's one reason why that I'm doing a playthrough for my YouTube channel here is it's like the last one. It's going to be the last one for a really long time. And so, I'm sorry, I got off track. Oh, look at this. There are 2 saber tigers, and I need, I think it's eyes or teeth. I can't remember his teeth. I'm not sure. I can't remember that I need for my house. So I thought, ooh, that's a quick way. Yeah, teeth. So that's a quick way to get some things that I actually needed there. Thank you, Mr. Orc. That was kind of funny. Anyway, speaking of the Elder Scrolls games, it's very possible that eventually in the future I might do a playthrough of Oblivion. Oblivion is my favorite in the series for so many reasons. I absolutely love the story, and it's beautiful, and I've never ever modded it. I played vanilla, and I've played it. I don't usually play games all the way through of any game. There's too many shiny things that get me distracted. But Oblivion I've played through twice, and I may do a live, or not a live, but a gameplay for you of Oblivion to show you what an amazing game it is, and all the reasons why it is an amazing game. So, I'm not sure what I'll do next. I've got 2 games that are I'm currently, as of this recording, that I have on my YouTube channel. Skyrim and Stardew Valley are the 2 that I'm playing, and I haven't decided when I'm finished. Skyrim's going to have a completion date. It's going to have I'm done with the playthrough, and when I do that, I'll put that on the playlist so that it's a completed one, so you'll know I'm done, and I'll announce on the last video, this is the last video, so you guys know, so you don't be looking for one and wondering where they are. I'll let you know. Stardew Valley, I'm not sure. It's one of those games where you can play indefinitely. Well, you can do that with Skyrim too, but there's quests and there's finished. You're finished, right? Stardew Valley is one of those games that you could play it for years and never be done. And I don't want to get too off track because it's a game that you're not watching. But there is 100% completion on that game, but it doesn't mean that you have to stop playing. You can continue on. It's a farm simulation role-playing game as well. But we'll see. There's all kinds of games out there. I just started playing a new game that I'm interested in. I haven't played it enough to know if I'm going to do a playthrough on here. I haven't decided. There's so many games to play. Just last week, or 2 weeks ago, I downloaded 2 new games. It's like, oh, cool. Oh, too many shiny things. But I don't know. I don't know what you guys would be interested in. Because I've been playing 2 very, very, very different games. I mean, between Skyrim and Stardew Valley, that's a whole different thing. But that's kind of the way I am. I play a wide range of games. I do like role-playing games. Whereas in, I can name my character, I make my character look as much like me as possible within the game mechanics, and I have a name of Rhiannon that I always choose for a game name if there's an option to name a character. And I've talked about that before in my videos. There's a reason why I use that character name, and if I can use it, I will. And I have that name on forums and anywhere that I can. That's the name that I choose to play, and I role play that character. And I role play that character of many of my own personality traits. For instance, I would never steal in any game that I play. That's my own character trait. I wouldn't steal anybody's anything. I know a lot of people love playing things that they can't play in real life. So they can't be a thief and not go to jail, so they play a thief in the games. I think it's kind of interesting. But I'm the opposite. It's like, what would I do? If this is me, what would I do? So I thought I would check here at the blacksmith and see if we got anything that we can sell, since we couldn't sell anything at the blacksmith in Riverwood. Like, oh man. We'll get back to that later. But apparently there's nothing here that I can sell to the black. I don't have anything he would buy. So we've got a couple more people we'll check with here in the market area. We've got this lady who buys just about anything. And there's another one on the other side that we can sell stuff to. So we'll find them. See what we got. What will she take that he wouldn't? No, I'll hang on to that staff. My staff of firebolts isn't favored. I'm not sure what that's about. Don't know. But what will she buy? Like, okay. I really am trying to figure out what I've got that I can get rid of here. And really, books is not a thing that you can. Serena, come here a second, girl. I need to trade some things with you. She's got my dragon bones, so take the dragon bones. She's got 2 torches. I've got to make sure she's got torches, because she uses. You stand in my face. Because she does use them. I really appreciate that whoever suggested that to me. Was that my buddy John suggested to me that if you give Serena torches and you give her a one-handed sword, she'll use a torch and a sword in the ruins and stuff. So great suggestion. So she's got the Dawnbreaker sword, and I'm trying to see how much she's got. 531. She's down to 91. So that was a great suggestion. I really appreciate it, and it's making my life easier. She's got the Dawnbreaker, which is a really good sword. That might be enough for us for this playthrough. I don't know. I don't know if we come across any better ones or not. Oh, can sell a ruby. Okay, good. Sold a few things there. And let's run off to the other side. And I'll sprint over there. We can go to that other shop and see if we've got anything. I don't know what else I have to sell. Here's a dead girl still laying there. Oh, I had someone make a comment about that quest, the whatever it's called, ice, blood on the ice, or whatever I think it's called. That we thought we knew who it was that was murdering girls in this town, and we picked the wrong guy. He goes into prison, and another girl gets killed. So I don't know if there would have been any more hints for us to have chosen the right one. It's kind of a bummer that another girl got killed for us to figure that out. That really kind of sucked. So we figured out the right one, though, and nobody else is going to get killed. And a ruby, and I wasn't sure about that sapphire. I know that we needed a flawless one for something, and we already. So I was kind of like, I'm not sure. Let's check here and see if we got anything else we can sell this guy. He's got 440 gold left. Yeah, I don't know. He buys just about anything, really. Yeah, I think we've got. Yeah, we don't really need those draught of resist cold or fires. I think I picked them up because of the value, but we're not getting a whole lot for them. There's my strength ones. So if we get stuck in a ruin and I've got way too much stuff, I've got 5 draughts of strength that I can use to get me out. That's assuming that Serena isn't with me or she's overloaded. I don't know. Can she be overloaded? I don't know the answer to that. Just not sure. If you know that, please put it in the comments for me, because I honestly don't know. And don't really need that. What's he's got? 129 left. And I was told, I didn't realize I could sell these soul husks from the Soul Cairn, which is part of the Dawnguard quest line. I didn't realize I could sell those. And it's like, oh, nice. Nice little bit. And they don't weigh hardly anything. All right, so now that we've got our stuff sold, it's time to go talk to the Ulfric and report in on what's going on with the Civil War and our part in that. What the heck am I doing? I'm going the wrong way. Oh yeah, I wanted to go check this house where we found out where the murderer had been hanging out, because I wasn't sure about something, and so I know I can get into the house. So I can get into the house, and you can see it's not been cleaned up. It's still icky. So, okay. Because I wasn't sure about something, and I was going to go check it. So now I'm sure about something, and now I'm going to go do my next part. Because, what are you doing? Being an idiot. Yes, the Dark Brotherhood. Had someone, I think it was my buddy John, commented about the Dark Brotherhood, that it's like, it's not clear. It's not clear that you can destroy the Dark Brotherhood. You can, but it's not clear. Without the Prima Guide, I would not have known I could destroy the Dark Brotherhood as opposed to joining it, which I didn't want to join it. So you get this quest stuck in there. It's like, okay. Nope, can't talk to, he's not who I need to talk to. Go talk to Ulfric. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's save here. Ulfric. So we're going to give a report here. By the way, when on my own plays, when I'm playing by myself, I don't have the words on the screen. It breaks my immersion, so I just listen to what they have to say. But for your sakes, because I'm talking over what he's saying, I'm having the words on the screen. And I do mention this in my very, very first episode, and I don't know if I mentioned it very many times since. And I know that not everybody watches it from episode 1 through now we're at 44. So sometimes that's why I repeat things or why I mention them again, because sometimes people hop in. It's like I was looking at how many people had watched my previous, I think it was number 43. It was like a lot of people had watched it compared to the people that had watched the previous ones. So it's like people jump in and watch. And I know I do that when I'm watching a game or paying attention to a game. I generally don't go back and start over again. So anyway, we were just told that we can buy a house now for 12,000 gold. So the only reason we can buy that house, it's the one where the murderer lived. So apparently there are no other free houses available in the town. So now we bought a house, 12,000. It's ours. And we can also tell him we want to decorate the house. And what this does is gives us the rooms that he gave us a book, and we could look at that book and find out what rooms look like and how much they are and everything. So instead, I'm just going to buy everything that I want to put in this house. There are usually, as you can see, there are 1,000 to 1,500 per room. So we just added the kitchen, and let's see what else we're going to do here. We're going to do the bedroom furnishings. That was, I think, 1,000 or 1,500. No, it was 1,000. Living room's 1,500. So basically, if I hadn't bought anything, the whole house would be empty, and you wouldn't have anything in it, and no way to put anything in it. Oh yeah, I'll clean up the mess. I have to pay to clean that mess up. We helped this town solve that murder. I think the house should have been free, but we had to pay 500 just to clean the room. Armory, alchemy, enchanting. I didn't really want to do the alchemy and the enchanting in the children's room because I have no desire to have alchemy in multiple places, because you bring all your ingredients to, I used to do that in Oblivion, and it's like, what a pain in the neck, because I could do it in multiple locations. So then I would have herbs here, herbs there. I like to keep everything in one place, basically. That's why the Lakeview Manor is my main home. I'm only buying these homes because I have a plethora of gold and nothing else to use it for. So instead of paying 10 gold per night to sleep in the inn, I get to pay tens of thousands for us to sleep in our own home. Plus, I don't know, it's kind of a status thing for me in my head, in a role-playing sense, to have multiple homes. So that's what I've done. In this case, I've got my own home here. I visited my new house. I guess that was one of my quest items. And you can see that you can put things, you can get rid of all this stuff and put whatever you want anywhere in this game. I can take all of this stuff and sell it all these bottles and foods and whatever else. So I'm just kind of showing you around my new digs here. It's a lovely home. I'm pretty sure before I got the Hearthfire DLC, this was my favorite home that I bought. As far as cost-wise and space-wise, it's located somewhere that you have to go by all the time. I like the armory. You can decorate things. I wanted to show you something really creepy. Look at this. These mannequins move. Look at them. Isn't that the creepiest thing? I swear to you, I've never noticed that before. I couldn't believe the mannequins move. That's just creepy. Anyway, here's my bedroom, and as you can see, there's plenty of shelving and places where you can display weapons or armor or whatever that you don't want to sell. So anyway, this is the enchanting area, I think, in the potion alchemy station. So anyway, I just really like this house. I'm not sure why. I think it's not a very expensive house. I don't like the creepiness of these guys standing here moving. It really creeped me out. I swear to you, I don't ever recall seeing that. But they are pretty creepy. So with that, I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. There's lots of things that's going to be upcoming. Both with the Civil War and the main quest line, which we're going to work on here. And thank you so much for following me along on this journey. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. It does a number of things. It makes YouTube like me, but it also validates that I'm doing something that other people find interesting. So please subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate it. And the most important thing, though, is I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.